Hey, what's going on, guys? So, again, strange thing here. I haven't really done many recorded videos just for YouTube in a while, but I know I did one recently talking about EverQuest and EverQuest 2, but I wanted to go ahead and do another one here that's going to talk a little bit about the EverQuest TLP server rule sets. We're using our handy dandy EQ progression website here. Tons of good information, but I wanted to go over some of the information here that describes the TLPs that have been released in the past, what their rule sets are, so we can kind of speculate what we think J-Chan and all of them meant by the most popular rule sets and how they're bringing them back for the newest TLP. This is all going to be, speculation based off of information from the video from, Fading and the EverQuest show. Take this all with a grain of salt. This is just an old dude who wants to talk about some EverQuest content and just speculate and be hopeful. So, if you like this kind of content and you want to see more of it, please feel free to like and subscribe if you're not already. And we're just going to dive into it.
So let's talk about another thing that I think gets the player base excited, and that's the TLP and TLE releases. Let's start with the EQ TLP. We're approaching, there's a lot of excitement. I mean, the TLP base is very excited about what's to come. Do you have any ideas on where you're headed for the TLPs for this year? It's a big year, and I think players may be expecting something big. What do you have in mind?
Well, for EQ, we're planning on bringing back our most popular TLP rule sets.
Oh.
I'll probably leave that there with details, but certainly I can say that we get it. Some people were not there for when these rule sets launched, and this is a chance for them to really experience it at launch and really feel the excitement and the energy in the air of being there at the beginning of these rule sets.
Okay, so this basically shows, down to like the first TLPs and what their, specific rule sets were. Even if you want to call some of these rule sets, we start all the way back here to 2015. I mean, shit, we're talking about 9 years worth of TLPs at this point now. But yeah, so the first TLP was Ragefire. It dropped May 21st of 2015, and its only rule set was that it was basically voting. It was time-locked based on votes. New expansions are voted to be unlocked about 3 months after the previous expansion's raid targets are defeated. So the countdown didn't begin until, the raid targets were beat. And then they initiated basically a vote to go on. Real simple, nothing really particular to it. If I remember correctly, I don't remember it was very popular. I could be wrong though. Then we have Agnar, which was May 24th of 2017. So we had a full 2 years of Ragefire before we got Agnar. It's hard to believe it's already been out this long. But yeah, Truebox, 1 character per computer, and Locked It, Legacy of Yukasha, and Lost Dungeons of Norath Forever. Still active, still going, and still requires a paid subscription for some reason. And now we have Cornav. It's Legacy, no longer active. It was merged with Vox in July of last year. It dropped in March of 2018. The rule set was new expansions unlock automatically every 3 months. Again, still Truebox. If you're noticing a trend here, then yeah. Now we have Mangler. March of 2019. 3-month unlocks, however, once Mangler reaches Gates of Discord, let's try that again. Expansions that do not include a level cap will remain current for 2 months. If an expansion does include a level cap increase, it will last for 3 months. This one has like a very common reoccurring thing as far as like 2 month, 3 month, 2 month, 3 month, so on and so forth. And Box, all you want on one PC as of October of 23. Now we have Miracle, again another Legacy, merged with Vox on July of 22. I don't remember that one being merged, so it was November 5th of 2019. Really weird time for them to be dropping a TLP in the middle of November. That one was definitely experimental. Rule set was 3-month unlocks. Again, Truebox. And players begin at level 85 in House of Thule. Very unique. An experience Live EverQuest, same as fully unlocked TLP servers that give additional EXP. Rizlona, the Macro Quest server. May 27th of 20. New expansions include unlocking every 3 months, box all you want on PC. In addition to a second server, Aerodone. May 27th, 2020, also same day. New expansions unlock automatically every 3 months and box all you want on one PC. Then we have the legendary Thorn-Bladed Mischief. The ones that just don't want to die. Which I'm good with, it's an awesome server. Rule set, random loot. Loots from rares and raids is randomized so NPC raids of similar level and expansion can drop any of their loot. New expansions unlock automatically. Box all you want on one PC. As of October of 23, it was originally True Box. And free trade. Nearly all items are tradable, similar to Fariana V. Increased rare spawn rate. Expansion unlocks was 1 month for Classic, 2 months for Kunark, followed by 2 months for expansions with no level, 3 months for expansions with level increase. Exception LDON will only be 1 month. Again, reoccurring expansion unlocks. And then Jelinek. This one was kind of a dud. May 25th of 22, it was a standard TLP server. And Vaniki. This one's a legendary one. I wish more people liked this one. It was May 25th of 22, level locked server, level cap increased to an internal set by EverQuest team. Basically, everything is 10 levels higher than you. All the content you do is basically 10 levels higher than what's expected. You kill Kazakh at 40, Jelinek at 50, so on and so forth. Required level on most gear is removed and replaced with recommended level instead. NPCs have lowered spell resistances, which means basically deep con red enemies, you can hit them with nukes still. It is a spellcaster's dream. Spells will land on higher NPCs than they normally would. It's double loot, and 50% increased chance for rare NPCs. Again, it's an awesome server. I've been playing on it a lot lately. It's unfortunately very dead, but basically Vaniki, everything, it's an achievement-based server. There are tons of achievements. You hit 60, you get an illusion. You beat Kazakh at 40, you get a stat clicky food. You beat Jelinek at 50, you get a clicky. You beat Syrah at 55, you get a metamorph totem for your pet that makes him look like Syrah. Very achievement-based. And enough ranting. Oakwind, this is another one. Big changes for this one. Was May of 23. This one features the first to engage or encounter locking. Mobs lock to specific players or groups upon aggro. Most items are heirloom, meaning they can be traded to shared bank tab with other characters on the account. Agent of Chain lockouts are they're per character instead of account. And legacy character experience, which is something I still wish they would bring to live servers. Each max level character for the current expansion grants an additional 10% EXP bonus, capping at 100%. Let's see here. New server perks accumulate for each expansion that unlocks. Just a general rule of thumb is like every 4 expansions you get basically everything an additional 25%. Just general way of summing it up, like you get bonus AA, bonus faction, bonus coin, bonus loot, bonus rare spawns, and then eventually, bonus evolving items, so on and so forth, until eventually you get all the way down to Night of Shadows, which is a 400% rare spawn modifier, and Terra of Luckland is EXP modified 200%. So it's going to be twice as good as any current EXP bonus server, eventually. And let's see here. 8 weeks in a day after launch, Ruins of Kunark. 8 weeks later, Scars. 8 weeks later, Shadows. 8 weeks later, Plains of Power. 12 weeks of Lost Dungeons of Norath for some really weird point. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Sorry. 4 weeks later, Gates of Discord after Lost Dungeons. So 12 weeks of Pop and Lakeisha. Legacy of Acacia, and then 4 weeks of Lost Dungeons. So on and so forth. It is True Box rule set at first. So up through Gates of Discord, it's True Box. After Gates of Discord, it goes to soft True Box, basically, which is 3 clients per computer, and then just True Box removed entirely after Buried Sea. As you can see, almost every single one of these TLPs per se are True Box. There's a few of them, obviously, that are not True Box, and the ones that aren't True Box have stuck around. I mean, even Mischief, it's alive more than ever now, probably because True Box was removed. Really helped keep those numbers up. Even though these two are going to end up merging into each other eventually, I think it's actually planned for in June of this year. Just a general rule of thumb, True Box, no server cap increase, or no level cap increase expansion is 8 weeks. Expansion increase server expansion is 12 weeks. So level cap increase is 12 weeks. Obviously, Oakwind and Mischief are the two most strange releases. I don't see CeeLo on here as well. Okay, so CeeLo was one that dropped, but for some reason I don't see it anywhere on here. I don't know why that wasn't even listed on here, but yeah. It dropped in March of 2019. Server is perfect for any player that wants to get in-game items and relive 20 years of experience without taking 20 years to get there. So CeeLo dropped with Shadows of Luclin active. It is also a True Box server. Why does this not have... Yeah, Kornav right here. So it has Kornav on here. But yeah, there's no voting for content unlocks. Okay, let's see here. Earning experience on CeeLo will be noticeably faster than the other rate of progression servers, but not quite as fast as a normal server. So it's faster than normal. So CeeLo was fast EXP. So okay, another thing about CeeLo is each boss in the zone will grant a 3.25 day account-wide lockout. So lockouts, instead of being 6 or 7 days, were literally cut in half. Okay, yeah, True Box. So basically, CeeLo's was it was a fast EXP server, and there was fast lockouts. That's basically it here. At least for the announcement of it. I'm sure there was some additional things that were added to it at a later point. But yeah. So those are the previous TLPs, at least listed here according to the website. Honestly, when they're talking about popular servers, which I'll include a clip of that here, when they're talking about the most popular server rule sets, I just know from my experience what I remember being really popular. It's been CeeLo and Thornblade and Mischief. I've even had some people in chat tell me how Rizlona was the most popular server to be launched as far as like maintaining numbers. I can't really say for certain because I didn't come back to EverQuest until like the end of 2020. So I'm not really familiar with Rizlona as far as the server popularity. I just know it was basically the MacroQuest server. That's where people went to box and MacroQuest. Obviously Thornblade and Mischief, the same exact server rule set for each other. Thornblade was just the overflow server. It's randomized loot. It is tradable loot. The chaos and random loot more than anything seems to be what makes this server so good. In addition to increased rare spawns and the free trade. People don't really understand how important free trade is for a lot of servers these days to maintain its popularity. Because whenever you have free trade items, it makes twinking characters and getting your friends into the game so much easier for me. I can run old content, I can give them items, they've got powerful characters, they're overcoming like the leveling hurdles, quality, and maintaining server popularity. I really want to say the most popular has been Mischief, Thornblade, and CeeLo's. I know a lot of people liked Agnar, but that is a very dead server these days. It's been locked at Planes of Power since what? 2018, 2019, 6 years later. Vaniki, in my opinion, has been an incredibly fun and unique server. However, it's not popular. So I really don't think we're going to get anything good from that. I don't think we're going to get any similarities there. Oakwind seems to be pretty popular as well. There's encounter locking, first to engage. A lot of people seem to really like that. The heirloom items is also really good, but if we have free trade, then heirloom doesn't necessarily matter. The Agents of Change per characters instead of account is really, really nice. And then there's the Legacy character EXP, which is phenomenal as well. I can only hope that they'll actually make that just game-wide at some point. And then there's the bonuses. I mean, the bonuses are a very slow burn. I mean, they're coming up on, what, Gates of Discord soon? So, I mean, it's a very, very slow burn. There's not really any major noticeable difference. I mean, relaxed True Box is going to end up being the most important thing. Or the most noticeable difference there. I don't really see any of this being... I don't really see any of the server bonuses here being a part of a new TLP. I could be wrong, though. Maybe if they give us all those bonuses on top of Mischief and Thornblade, on top of Silos, I think that would be a phenomenal idea. But yeah, we don't have anything confirmed just yet. Again, it's just speculation. I like to talk about this stuff because I think it'd be really cool. I can only hope, though. But who knows? Maybe their most popular server rule sets is just like another Rizlona and another Silos or something like that, or another expansion lock server. Anyways, if you guys want to tell me what you think it could be, obviously Zaid has already made a video on this, on what his speculations are. And I'm sure they're more accurate and more informed than me. I just see what people come into my chat and talk about on Twitch. What they're wishing for, what they're hoping for, what they've seen, and what they really don't want to see. And I can safely say another classic TLP does not seem like what people want. There's not been a single person to come into my chat and say, oh, you know what I need? I want another Ragefire. I want another Mangler. I want another Miracle. Or I want another Yellonak. No one said that. But yeah, if you have a different opinion, feel free to let me know. Anywho's, thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.